I just do like this.
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
nod my head.
Ho hum? Was it ho? How do you spell that?
A normal thing.
Ho hum?
It's a thing that people say.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, but who am I?
You're Rudy Gay. Wemby, how about this team as a whole? Like, if there's one, look, basketball fans, regardless of your team, if you had to just say, hey, I want to see a matchup in the postseason, I think a lot of people would sign up for Spurs and Thunder. But I mean, what this dude can do out on the floor is it's special.
And they just seem like they're having so much fun playing for each other. Like everybody's smiling, everybody got that good energy. That's scary when you have a really talented team.
Yeah, there's a ton of talent on this squad, including that guy with Wemby. 26 points, 15 rebounds for him. Castle had 19. I know we showed one of his lands. Harper goes for 21 off the bench.
Man, you have so many weapons on this
They
team.
got a good team, man.
Yeah, really good team. Really good team.
Does it matter about matchup for the squad? We were talking about like good teams in the NBA and versus like the great teams. And Rudy, you made reference to it. Hey, like sometimes the matchups matter. I'll ask both of you guys, like for San Antonio, and you've been on record about how much you love this squad.
Yeah.
But does it matter about the matchup? It feels like they're the ones dictating pace, and maybe part of that has to do with Wemby.
Well, a lot of it has to do with Wemby, but they have so many different ways they can play. They can go big, they can go small, you know, and even if they go small, they still have Wemby out there who's 7'5". They can block, has blocked 600 shots already this year. Is it? Or in his career, 600 blocks? Yeah, this year would be crazy, right?
Crazy.
But I wouldn't put it past him though.
12 blocks
But
a game.
you know, he does so much, and they have so many interchangeable parts and guys that can play multiple positions, and all of them get a block. That's the thing. And there's no ego with this team. They play together. They love each other, as you can see in the last clip we just put out there. But they're just a really well balanced team for this new era of basketball.
He might not get 12 blocks a game, but he's affecting at least 12 shots a game,
easy.
which
More than that.
is sort of easy. You're probably right about that. But what about for you when you watch the makeup of this roster and this team and a potential to maybe even win an NBA championship this year?
I mean, it's calling NBA championship all over. Like it's saying it without saying it. Like it doesn't matter who they go against.
Yeah.
They're the matchup problem. And that's how OKC was last year though. And obviously similar this year as well. Those are like two teams that those guys are the matchup problem. They're not worried about who they play. They're not trying to lose or win too many games. Like they're trying to win as many games as they can, and they'll figure out who they play next.
Okay, you guys both like the rosters for San Antonio and Oklahoma City, rightfully so. What separates these two teams? Is it something on the floor, or is it just the Thunder have won it, and like that matters in the postseason? I don't know. You guys have played.
That matters. They've made it all the way to the top of basketball. They've done it. But you know, I will say this: my son last year was a huge fan of SGA. And they won it. This year, he's a huge fan of Wemby. That's saying two things. One, my son is a fair weather fan. Two, he kind of knows what he's talking about. So, you know, with that being said, those two teams going at it in the Western Conference Finals will be something to watch.
You must see TV. That's what the NBA wants.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we all want, the two best teams playing at the end of the year for the ultimate goal of winning an NBA championship. And those are the top teams, but I would say the difference with OKC and the Spurs is championship experience.
Yeah.
Just being able to say you've been to the finals and won it. The Spurs don't have that yet, other than Harrison Barnes. But they don't have that in terms of their main guys getting to the finals and having that experience. So OKC has that over them, but they are two of the top teams for a reason.
When you guys are in the playoffs and you get those playoff wins and advance into a round, how do you explain that to a fan? Someone who's never played in those situations. I understand what it means to actually do something and say, oh, okay, I've done that before. And that's what you're pointing to.
Well,
but like,
this is a question for him because I never got out the first round. So
how does it manifest
You are
itself?
crazy. I mean, it's tough. It's tough for sure, but you know, you depend on your coaching staff to put you in position to be successful. It's difficult.
that's what it was.
Yeah, and then you gotta have. You
Ready to point a finger.
Look, it's difficult for sure. You have 7 games to dial in on one team, and usually in the season it's always on to the next. So you're not that locked in on that one particular team. So in the playoffs, you got to have a lot in your bag, man. You got to have a lot in your toolbox to be able to be successful throughout the whole playoffs, because they're designed to stop your first option, your second option, and maybe even your third option, especially when you're the main attraction to, a lot of teams' defense.
I did.
I'm with you right there, trying to figure
Don't
out.
act like he don't know.
I don't.
In the first round, he's used to double and triple teams.
Yeah.
So you can ask him a question about that.
Okay, well, I'll ask you about that. Is there more, from what IT just described to me, I know it sounds crazy because the Thunder have done it and they've won. Does San Antonio have more ways to beat you than the Thunder?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so by far. I think, you have Wemby, who is unguardable, but also you have, like you saw the stats today. You had 4 or 5 people scoring close to 20, if not 20, and that and on any night that can be 30. Guys can go off as the game slows down and people start to kind of gravitate towards other players. It gives the other players chances to open up their game. And when you have games like that, they already have the confidence to do it. It's just more opportunities. And, with the ball movement that they have and the way that they play and how talented they are as a team, it can be anybody's day anytime.
Go for it. Sorry.
I was going to piggyback on that. They got the defense to compete against anybody. They got the guards that can guard multiple positions. They got the wings that are really good defenders. And then you got the guy back there in Wemby who, like you said, if he's not blocking shots, he's changing shots or he's making you think about things. And that is something that most teams don't have. Like guards that are able to not only defend, but slow down SGA, to be able to not just have one guard be that guard's job. They got guards and wings to be able to somewhat slow, Luka down, somewhat slow SGA down, make it to the finals, and Detroit make it to the finals somehow slow Cade Cunningham down. Like they have that formula to stop, the top guards in the league.
When you have the ball, and IT can attest to this, like when you have a certain person guarding you, it takes you some time, but you can figure them out. What fakes to do, what they go for, what they're looking for. But when you have a team with multiple people that can guard you at a high level, it makes it tough. And you have a whole game to try to figure out how to be yourself with multiple people, different personalities, different strengths, trying to stop you from getting to a bucket, and it's not easy.
You know what's crazy about all of this? I was thinking about defensively what the Thunder bring to the table. There's no deficiencies, right? Like they have all guys that are willing and ready to play defense. Same could be said for San Antonio. I'm going to bring this conversation full circle because you said something. Oh, they had a couple guys, forget the number, for San Antonio who went for 20. I almost don't believe this. They had 7 dudes who went for at least 21 points in this game, and Carter Bryant had 18.
That was crazy.
Like, this is bonkers.
That was.
I mentioned full circle. You said go and fix it for the Miami Heat. 5 consecutive losses. You had said they're giving up 130 some odd points. They gave up 136 in this one.
You can't win like that at all.
No. It was everybody's night. You got to stop somebody.
Yeah, they got smashed in this one. Look, NBA fans, I know I'm not alone. I can't wait. San Antonio, Oklahoma City. I hope somehow we get this matchup.
Man, basketball gods.
Come on, do us right.
Come on.
Also easy for me to say because my team's in the Eastern Conference, so let
them beat each other up.
Let them go and figure it out. So Alexander Walker's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. He's like, what team you talking about?